Now this next one, I've heard of this title a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Anthropophagus, the Grim Reaper.
Is this by Toby Hooper or something?
No, it's a guy named Joe D'Amato.
Joe D'Amato. Oh. The title sounds familiar though. I admit I heard the title before.
I know it's like a tourist. They get on this island, and there's this insane, fucked up, cannibal type, almost like ghoul, that kills them and starts eating them. And like a lot of it takes place in this big mansion, and I think there's a scene that I swear he eats like a fetus.
Get the fuck wow.
And I know he's like his character is like man eater or something like that. Like I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen clips and I've heard a lot about this movie.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds graphic. Imagine fucking eating a fetus. Damn.
I actually looked up some info. And it says the fetus that the man eater eats up is actually a skinned rabbit. So
wow.
that's yummy.
Skinned rabbit. I don't know. I never ate rabbit before. You?
No, but I'm sure some smart ass will go, it tastes like chicken.
Well, I don't know. I'd rather eat a snake than a rat. I mean, than a rabbit, man. Oh, man.
So Anthropophagus, yeah, I'm sure some people have seen it. Let us know.
Of course. Now we're up to the next movie on the list. Which
you want me to take over with this?
Yeah, I guess you do it, because you actually sat through the movie, and I just went by your review, and I was like, fuck this. Then I seen clips of it, and I'm like...
If you've been following us so far, you'll know it's Maniac. Bill Lustig, who will later on do Maniac Cop.
All three Maniac Cop films. And Relentless with Leo Rossi, those movies, which I'd rather watch those films than this movie. But like I said, of course, in this whole thing, if y'all like the movie, it's cool. But me, no. But Matt, take over, go that way.
Maniac, I mean, yeah.
Go, Matt.
Maniac, of course, is the film where you have Joe Spinell.
From Rocky. Rocky 1 and 2.
Says, going around New York, he grabs women, kills them. He'll, I told you not to go out tonight.
Yeah.
He'll scalp women and put their, scalps with their hair on, mannequins. He goes out, and I remember the director on comedy says he wanted to sort of do it like Jaws on Land, where like this guy was really graphic, but fantastically done special effects by Tom Savini, including the scene where he plays himself, Tom Savini.
He actually played his own self in the movie. He had no character.
He's in the movie. I mean,
oh, he's in the movie. Okay, like wow, he's being killed by some dude. Yeah.
Joe Spinell, in the infamous shotgun scene, blows Tom Savini's head like to pieces.
And that scene is on YouTube, folks.
Yeah.
God, and I think this movie's being remade, I think, as we're talking right now, both of us.
Yeah.
Bill Lustig, I think, said in some kind of interview that he sold the rights to this movie, but he's going to be a hands-on producer for this film, because he wants to see what the new director and writers are going to go with on the direction of this movie. And he also sold the rights to Maniac Cop films, but he don't want nothing to do with the Maniac Cop movies. Which is funny, because Maniac Cop films were a little more successful. You had spawned sequels, but I guess for Maniac, was a little closer to his heart, which is cool.
I know there was a point that we're going to do a sequel to Maniac, but Joe Spinell passed away.
Yeah.
But the sequel to Maniac was going to be a little bit different, because the Maniac 2, I think he was more, Joe Spinell's character killed people who deserved it.
I think so. I mean, there was actually, I think, a clip from a work print that was on there. I remember seeing
like a promo
type of thing where he's dressed up almost like that
clown,
like a clown or something.
Yeah, he hosted like a children's TV show, and it was sort of like he was almost like a vigilante almost.
Yeah, which is weird. Then he has these weird one-liners, like there's a cook in the kitchen doing drugs or something, and he puts the guy's, I think, face in some boiling water. And the scene looks graphic, but I don't know. Next to the Maniac movie, it seemed a bit watchable. I mean, he said I seen some kind of thing talking about can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, some kind of shit like that. from what I understand. But I heard another rumor that, ironically, that it was supposed to be Leo Rossi was going to be in the movie, that he was going to be a cop actually pursuing the character that he plays, Frank Zito, the Joe Spinell character. So, but then when Joe Spinell died, I guess Will Lustig decided to go with Relentless, which Leo Rossi played that cop after Judd Nelson playing this phone book killer or whatever. You know, and then that same cop character will appear in the next movies of the Relentless films. You know, if they had a movie with a cop going after the killer, like a cat and mouse game, then I could watch it, you know, but I don't know. I mean, the only one I know for sure where they could go with it.
I always enjoyed Maniac, and the reason I enjoyed it because it was a disturbing. I appreciate the fact that the film I watch and it's disturbing because it takes a lot to shake me. You know, it takes a lot. I mean,
those of you who find that review of Matt when he reviewed this movie, I'm telling you, see the way he's sitting. If you watch his regular review, he's relaxed and everything. He says with his hands in the back of the head, like, okay, it's not an enjoyable movie, but it's just the way he looks. And just
I mean, I like the movie because here's a couple reasons. Joe Spinell, I think. Because his character was like I guess back then he was abused by his mother. Sort of a Norman Bates type of thing.
Okay, acting-wise, you felt he pulled it off. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just like Michael Rooker and Henry Portrait serial killer, this is a guy I thought pulled off. Because I know, like, Joe Spinell, I saw him as the little role in Rocky.
Yeah.
And I thought he was fantastic. I thought he pulled the role well. I thought the score by the same guy who did Maniac Cop, I think.
Yeah.
Did the score. I thought it was a little bit creepy. The makeup effects, I think, are very well handled. Like they look real.
That's what's creepy about
it. Maybe too real for.
That's what I say, of course. Fucking dude's head blown up. Shit.
But I'd rather have that than hokey CGI sci-fi channel.
Oh, that's true. I mean that is true on that. You know, I mean practical effects, okay. You know, it's just. The content just of the guy in New York City in the winter time.
For people who might not even know, Effrey does live in New York City. I think they struck a little too close to home.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, the same way like Matt when he talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre and he was alone in the farmhouse and he worried about somebody.
I liked the movie.
Exactly. Okay, you like the film. I mean, of course, but.
I think it struck a little too.
Of course, you know, that's weird shit. Dude running around grabbing people off the subway and shit, then coming out of nowhere with a shotgun and shit like that. So fucking too much for my taste, man. Fuck that.
But I think that's why I kind of enjoyed if it sounds stupid, but I kind of felt a little more realistic and harder edge. Like this film had a set of balls in between its legs, so to speak. Even that poster with seeing the legs. And all the blood, and I think they ripped that off for one of the Hostel posters overseas. You know, I told you not to go out to that. That poster is, famous. But I mean, I think it's just the realistic locations, filming in New York, sort of almost a documentary feel, like Chainsaw Massacre. And I will admit that did I have problems with the film? I thought the romance. Like, he sort of falls in love with this girl. I thought that was ridiculous. I think the girl's name is the actor's. I think Carolyn Monroe is the actress's name.
Yeah, I know Mike mentions her a lot. Yeah, Carolyn Monroe.
That was sort of ridiculous. I didn't buy the fact that this girl fell in love with this guy like this. And the ending, I had a little bit of problems with. But other than that, the film I thought was disturbing, which it's rare to find a film nowadays that's even disturbing. I mean, Martyrs, I saw that. I wasn't disturbed. I was just bored. But to find a film that actually I thought was disturbing watching, that's rare. So when I find it, I'm like, okay, I give it a little clap, like, okay, you got me. This is what you set out to do. You achieved it. That's rare, especially nowadays. So I kind of give props to that, to the solid makeup effects. The commentary was great because they had a little bit of, it wasn't super serious commentary.
Oh, really? The commentary was interesting on that? Wow.
Yeah, director, like, how the MPAA, they knew they'd have problems with the MPAA because it'd be NC-17.
Yeah.
But I think they they were going to release it unrated, but they said no, it's going to be NC-17. We only, do usually if it's unrated, they usually do just for like porno films, I think.
Yeah.
It was something like that because he added a lot more graphic stuff in the script and sent to MPA the script.
Yeah.
So it's like Joe Spinell said, well, what if I, bit off her clitoris? And William Lust is like, no, we're not, don't even think about it.
Oh,
but
shit.
you put that in script. And then the MPA said, okay, we're giving you that rating.
What they rated this movie?
But then he cut this shit out in the script. And the MPAA is like, oh, so you think you pulled a fast one? And he says, no, it says right there, no one under 17 can come in. And then they hung up the phone on the director because he's trying to pull a fast one on the MPAA.
Oh, shit.
And also the song, there was going to be a title song for this movie, but they didn't use it. So what they did was they toned down the lyrics, and the song was Maniac.
Oh, that song that was used in Flashdance. That's what they were talking about. That was supposed to be for a slasher movie. That was for this movie?
Yeah, they just toned down the lyrics.
Holy shit.
They toned down the lyrics, and they used it for Flashdance.
That's right. I remember they were talking about that when they mentioned that song. That was supposed to be for a horror movie, but something about they didn't go through, and then they fixed it for this movie, for Flashdance. Wow, I didn't know it was this movie. I should have fucking known the title. Fuck. I have a bad feeling someone's gonna make a tribute to this movie. Effie, check this out. Look what song I used. Effie, hey, no feedback. Hey.
I don't know how that would work.
Somebody will do it. Come on. Somebody took a little clip of that head blowing up and put in that monster freak, that horror freak out thing, which was cool. That horror freak out somebody did with the Rob Zombie's electric head.
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw that little scene in there and stuff. Everything.
Did you
but
I'm
curious. I'm curious about okay, if they're gonna remake it, right? And Bill Lustig
be anywhere near like this.
No, I know that, but I'm just curious because if William Lustig wanted to do the second movie, kind of to do, I guess, this character's names. I remember the character's name from your review, Frank Zito, Joe Spinell's character. Kind of a little bit vigilante, vigilante style.
I don't think William Lustig was even involved with the.
I thought he was the sequel. I thought he was, wasn't he?
I think it was more like Joe Spinell really wanted to do it.
Oh.
I don't think the director even thought of the sequel. I think it was more Spinell really liked. He really enjoyed his time working on that movie, so he wanted to do another one.
Oh.
So I think it was more of a. I don't think Bill Lustig thought much about doing a sequel.
Because he said he wants to be a hands-on for that remake, but yet he don't want to be nowhere near the Maniac Cop films. I'm guessing because he's something about how he wasn't happy how the Maniac Cop sequels went straight to DVD. I mean, not straight to DVD, straight to VHS. Straight to video. They didn't get no theatric release. The first one got theatric release. And
and he was more about, well, why make a film if you can't put it in a theater?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, even though the Maniac Cop films, always fun movies to watch, The sad part is part 2. It's not on DVD yet. Part 1 and 3 are, but part 2 should get a DVD release. It makes sense,
Right.
But if Maniac, I don't know, if they're gonna go with something like the proposed sequel was supposed to go, then maybe I'll be interested in. Alright, something about a dude getting revenge or going after people who fucking deserve to get fucked up, that's different,
Right.
Stuff like that. Because even the Friday 13 movies, okay, granted, they are not bad people getting killed, but just by the stupidity enough, what is that noise? Let's investigate. Just being dumb enough to investigate. Because if I hear, I was like, oh fuck, let's get back in the car, Matt. Let's get out of here. That's it. Where's Mike? Mike! Oh, okay, wait a minute. We'll try to get him. Let's go find Mike. Then we have to go look for it's different, But if everybody's together, we hear, I'm not gonna go, hey, let's investigate. Fuck that. Like, let's go back in the car. Fuck this.
Fuck this.
We'll go back home and watch Friday the 13th or something, and Mike has the VHS tape of Maniac. You guys watch that when I go watch Friday the 13th Part 5 in another place or whatever. That's it, fuck this shit.
So, okay, what's your final thought on me?
Well, I don't know. I mean, seriousness, I don't know. Like I talked about before, I'm not really into a movie. Because one of the things that got me about the film, because before I saw your review, I saw clips of it. I was like, okay, what's this movie people about? Okay, so I seen that clip with Tom Savini. And what bugged me out about Joe Spinella, okay, he's a good actor. I got no problem with the guy's acting. But just his appearance. I mean, he seemed like an actor. I mean, I'm not insulting the guy, nothing, but he didn't need makeup to look frightening, though. I mean, he just had like a presence, his face, the way he dressed, the navy peak coat, and that smile with the mustache.
He seemed real.
Just real, like right in your face, you know, like fuck, like damn, this guy could be in the elevator with me and shit, like fuck, or this guy could be in that corner right there, you know, really fuck me up like that, you know. So
it was probably too real.
Too real. That's the idea. See, I do it on a hockey mask. Okay, granted, it could be real, but around my way, nah. I mean, you see a guy walking on the street with a hockey mask, you know he's up to no good, you know. But some dude in a peak coat and a hat, you know, and with that evil smile and shit, like, oh fuck this, I'm in deep shit. I don't even know where the fuck this guy's coming out of, you know, and stuff. And I know there's gonna be a public thing, so I know a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, I could get this fucking guy. and stuff like that. But hey, I doubt if I get that, because not mainstreams, people really don't, I mean, listen to YouTube that much. I mean, so far I haven't heard any feedback like that, thank God. Nobody's come up to me, hey, I liked the Hulk, I liked the 2003 Hulk movie, you're dead. I haven't had nothing like that, you know, thank God. Yeah. You know, fuck, whew, that just keeps me out thinking about it. Shit, but, you know, I mean, the movie that's just too real, doesn't have any fun factor to it, and the whole thing where you're following the killer around really doesn't interest me that much. I mean, I'd rather see a movie with, call it cliche, okay, a woman running from a masked guy, or very rarely once in a while, like you see it in the Evil Dead films, the end of the movie, the guy ends up kicking the killer's ass or whatever. Maybe you see that in the Bloody Valentine movie. That's the only movie I can think of that you see that in a slasher movie. But in Maniac, I don't know. Like, maybe when I saw Henry at that age, you know, even to this day, I still don't want to see it, because that's just doesn't feel like wasting my time. Like, going, seeing that, and then, like, what the fuck did I do? Waste my time watching this, you know? But I know out there's an audience for Maniac, you know, but sometimes when, I mean, Tom Savini, special effects, some people might tell me, oh, watch it for the special effects. I'm like, nah. If I want to see Tom Savini's effects at the fifth power, I could just watch Day of the Dead. Because that whole zombie scene in the end of Day of the Dead, that's Tom Savini at his best right there. I mean, even he admits it. I mean, you know, when he talks about movies like Friday the 13th and The Burning and Maniac, those were like all splatfest to him. Right. And then with Day of the Dead, with the team of people he had working with him, including, you know, I think was it Craig Nicotero at the time, or other special effects people that came on with the from Pittsburgh or whatever, who came to the shop, and they made all these effects with the guts hanging out, the guy's head being pulled up, and the voice changing, and that thing with Rhodes, choke on it, you know, like, wow, I can appreciate the effects more in that movie, you know.
Exactly.
So I gotta have fun with it, but I don't know, that's what I look for in a horror film. I want to be entertained, I want to have fun. I don't want to look at it and go, wow, this is really out there. I don't know if I can have fun with this. I better go check the doors on my lock, make sure they're real locked. Okay, and then at the same time, put a little tripwire on the floor there so the person could slip. That's all. So, whatever. Have the phone next to me for 911. Maybe that was what William Lustig maybe set out to do, to really fuck with the people like that. Maybe that. I mean, if that's the case, okay, then he gets an applause because he did it, you know. But I don't know, it's not a movie I would watch. Now, my mom, like you, she loves the film. You know, she loves, okay, that's real, you know, that's really out there. You know? She looks at it differently than I do, you know. My mom, she could look at, it's funny about it, she would watch this movie like when I had company over. I never forget one time I brought a girl to the house, and the girl I brought home, she's like, I seen Friday the 13th, I seen Hostel, I can see this. And you got to that scene where is it? He blows up Tom Savini's head.
Right.
I turned away, she looked at me, looked at my mom. My mom's eating chips. What do you think of that scene? And stuff. And then she just got up, put her jacket, and walked right out. And I told her, I said, but you wanted to see the fucking movie. But I didn't think it was gonna be like that. He's like, what the fuck? The title says Maniac. What the fuck? There was a big argument in the fucking elevator on the way down, me taking her to the train station. But you want to see this shit? I didn't want to see this shit. I wanted to show you fucking Deep Throat or something, not this shit. I didn't want to see this shit. My mom laughing and stuff like that. Man, I know she didn't do it on purpose to ruin the date. I mean, because she asked for it, you know, because I told her my mom has horror films, you know,
you
stuff
watched
like that.
On a date?
I mean, not the whole thing, just that part, because I knew what was coming. I knew what was coming there, and I'm like,
I just picturing you on a date watching, man.
But you said it in your review. It's just funny about it. Don't watch this movie with a girl. It might kill them all. And my mom actually seen your review because I was showing her this movie Maniac, right? And your review had clips, so I showed it to her. And she looked at it. She goes, "Wow, that's something I want to see." He's like, "You really want to see that shit? Okay." And matter of fact, it was a little bit after the holidays when I bought the DVD for her as a gift. Whatever. I said, "Mom, here." She's seen it, and then she tried to give it to me. I said, "Why do you want to give it to me? It's yours. I don't want to see that shit." And then she goes, "Oh, are you sure?" Yeah. So, all right. So she started showing it to her friends. All I hear when they're watching in the living room, "Ah, shit." Her friends saying that. Damn, saying something in Spanish. You know, like, what the fuck? You know, like, it's amazing. Those of you out there who are Latino and you have a Latino and you know how your mom is when they bring friends over and they talk in Spanish and they see something gross. ¿Qué viendo eso, coño, man? Ay, se explotó la cabeza, you know, the whole thing where they blew the head up and everything. And stuff like that. Man, but I know some people out there looking forward to the movie. I mean, when I talked about it in my video, talking about, I didn't review the movie, but I talked about movies being remade and that's gonna be remade. And I know Marv Kevin, you know, he actually seen clips of it and he goes, "I love it. I love the scene of Tom Savini's head blow up." And I said, you and Mike, our good friend Mike, which I keep mentioning out there, OCP, he said in the scene that when that head blew up, he was watching it with his dad. He actually laughed at that scene. His father just looked at him.
What? Because of the makeup effects.
Yeah, man, the makeup effect. Not laughing that he would see something like that in real life, but you know.
No.
No, that's just crazy, you know. Forget and stuff. But anyway, that's what I gotta say about the movie. I know some people.
Basically, if this was Sister Ebert, I would give it thumbs up. He would give it thumbs down.
Yeah, you know, I know somebody's gonna be dumb and leave something down there. But you're being pussified. Well, that's my opinion. Hey, you know, some people they would like to deal with these movies. That's okay. Me, it's just not what I look for in a horror film. Sorry, you know. I like the fantasy aspect of the slasher film. I'm not really into, you know, a guy with holes in his face and a mustache and an evil smile with a shotgun blowing up my head. Sorry, it's not gonna get me, you know. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I guess that's how we leave on this one, right? Oh God. I know you're gonna be laughing about that one tonight after this video's over, right, Matt? About that girl walking out of the If you would have seen us in the street arguing about this, it would have been more hilarious. But the fucking head blew off! But who the fuck told you want to see that shit? Forget about it. People look at us, what the fuck they arguing about? Shit. Man, the girl was hot too, man. Fuck. Titties were bigger than Deborah Voorhees. I couldn't even get a hit on that, and fucking Maniac! Shit.
That's why.
There you go.
God took your woman away.
Yeah. See, he didn't.
Movie took you away.
Yeah, he didn't kill her or nothing. He just killed the mood. That's it. Fuck you, Bill Lipstick. That's it. Damn. Maybe
So moving on. We have
Prom night.
We have Prom night,
which I do love. I actually do love Prom night. I actually do. I mean, Jamie Lee
this
Curtis.
Film, yeah, people don't remember. Unfortunately, if you remember the remake more.
Yeah, I mean, but the original film is very solid. I mean, Leslie Nielsen's in the movie, playing a non-funny role, which is very strange. Leslie Nielsen from Naked Gun, folks. Frank Drebin
At the beginning, you had a couple kids playing with this girl, and they're sort of picking on her, and she accidentally falls off the side of this building. And
this abandoned building they're playing in, yeah.
And dies, and her brother's there and sees it.
Yeah.
And it's many years later, the high school senior prom,
Jamie Lee
And
Curtis, of course, in this movie.
Mainly you have Jamie Lee Curtis, and I think her dad is Leslie Nielsen, right?
Yeah.
Like a principal or
He's the
teacher.
principal. He's the principal of a school, I think.
And all of a sudden, this movie really, to me, sort of introduced the red herrings.
Oh, yeah, false clue. That's right. I remember that.
They took the whole thing in Scream, where, you know, Jamie Kenney's character goes, if they watch Prom Night, they save time. There's a formula, a very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect.
Yeah.
And that's basically what this film really introduced. I think Kevin Williamson on the commentary mentioned how Prom Night was an influence.
Really?
About putting about how Prom Night, you know, was a lot of red herrings.
That's right.
About how you would, you know...
Because the whole thing, they were thinking that it was some kind of killer from outside who had done something or whatever, some killer at that time. Because they were blaming the murder on that little girl on some killer. They didn't know that kids were involved in that accident. It was just a big secret. Except that the girl's brother, from what I understand. Yeah. But I liked that idea. It was a very, very good movie, I mean. I always thought Kevin Williamson was inspired by John Carpenter's Halloween. I know he mentions Halloween.
He was inspired by Halloween, but like there's bits and pieces that he was also inspired by. One of them was Prom Night, with the whole red herring stuff.
I like that poster. That poster looks kick-ass, man. Shit.
Yeah, you have the guy, the killer wears like a ski mask.
Yeah, he's wearing all black. Wearing all black, and he has an axe, from what I understand. In one scene, he actually slashes some girl's throat with a piece of broken glass, I think. That you see right there in the poster.
During Prom, I think he cuts a guy's head off.
Which is a cool scene. I love that scene because it's the bully of the school, basically, right? And what happens is the guy that got him in trouble, who's I guess the boyfriend of Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie, he's about to be king of the prom, and the bully and his fucking friends go and they grab him, which is a big mistake, beat him up. And the bully takes the crown and puts it on his head. And because the whole idea was the bully, the asshole of the school, was getting fresh with Jamie Lee Curtis's character. And I think the girl's boyfriend or her brother beat him up or whatever. And he got suspended. So he wanted revenge. So he thought by wearing the crown and that she was going to be...
her brother.
Yeah, her brother, yeah. And by wearing the crown, that she was going to be the queen. That he was going to get a chance to get a kiss from her or have his way with her, fuck with her or whatever. But it backfires in a badass way. In this scene, I remember when I seen it on the kid, I would close my eyes and go, I look at it now, I enjoy it. It's like, wow, it's just the biggest comeuppance next to Rhodes and Day of the Dead. And he gets owned by an axe, decapitated. And then the head ends up on the disco floor. And shit with the crown and everything. Still on him though, by the way. You would think the crown will fall off. But I mean, Prom Night, I don't hate this movie. This movie is actually a solid film. I mean, I hope that it does have a DVD release, does it?
Yes, but it's bare bones.
Why they do that for? Those mighty combs. Put some commentary in that shit or something. Damn.
I mean, I like Prom Night. I think I like it more after seeing the remake and then revisiting the original film.
Yeah.
But I will admit, there's not a lot of... It's not a lot of death scenes.
That's true. There's not a lot of kills. I mean, it's more on mystery and I guess on setup, pretty much on the red herrings, like you said.
Yeah, I thought it kind of got dull a couple times.
But once the killings start at the prom itself, then the movie picks up pretty much.
One thing that always confused him was Leslie Nielsen's character kind of disappears, doesn't he?
I think
like
so.
He's at the prom with his, like, he sees his daughter, and I think they dance a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it's like he disappears.
Yeah.
And never shows back up. I'm like, who the fuck's Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah. Maybe it's
I mean, especially at the end, which I'll give away, because fuck it.
Yeah, so it's her brother.
Yeah, it's her brother, Jamie Lee Curtis's brother, the brother who saw...
the whole thing.
I guess it was Jamie Lee Curtis's sister as well.
Yeah.
Get shoved off.
By those same... The people that he killed, eventually those people and stuff like that, were the same kids who pushed that girl off the window. Same kids, you know, so... It is now revenge. Like I said, I like that type of genre where you have the revenge and you have the slasher thrown in there, you know. If you think about the whole movie like that, maybe that's why I like this movie a lot, you know. When you get a slasher and you get revenge in there, you know, and you put some good. I mean, I felt the story was okay. I know it had the dull moments, you know, and stuff like that. But I really got talking about Prom Night. I really got to see if I find the DVD. Maybe when I go DVD shopping when the snow goes away, because right now it's snowing.
Yeah, and the sequels have nothing to do with the first.
Yeah, the sequels are standalone, pretty much. I mean, they're more like fun movies. I mean, you have the
like Evil's Spirit.
Evil's Spirit, you know. I mean, part 2 and 3 are connected because it involves the character Mary Lou, you know. Michael Ironside's in the second film, you know, and everything like that. And you had that cool death scene with the girl.
That's a fun one. I just saw that.
Yeah, with the
cool Mary Lou Prom Night too, especially that scene you talked about.
The girl getting locker, yeah. Which it almost looks like it's gonna be a lesbianism scene because you see the girl naked and talk to the other girl naked, and she runs away like, alright, it's not gonna have that. Then she walks after her butt naked, and then she finds out she's hiding in the locker, and then comes out a wop babaluban, a wop, and then you see the fucking lockers just crush the girl, and you just see the blood, the aftermath. Like, wow, that's amazing. Shit. Wow. I mean, they should have just called it Mary Lou. You shouldn't have just called it Prom Night. I mean, in my opinion, it should have just been standalone. I mean, but it's still a good movie. I mean, it's not bad. They have the guy getting a blowjob while trying to fix some kind of contest thing or whatever. This is a funny scene or whatever. The girl bribes the guy or whatever to fix the contest so she could become prom queen or whatever. And he goes, well, something else you gotta do for me. And she blows him and she goes, whatever you do, don't take your hands off the keyboard. And he's getting typing, so he goes, ah! Which later, that scene is used later on in that fucking movie, what was it, Swordfish with Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
That similar scene is used. Where he's got a gun to his head and he's got to unlock some kind of code while getting blown and getting a gun on his head in 60 seconds.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, stuff like that.
But anyway, Prom Night, it's worth a watch.
It is. It's a good film. Good film. Is it gory? No. I mean, but it's got good. No. I mean, it's a good, solid film. I mean.
Yeah, I think it's worth to see. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis and her Spring Queen sort of
status. I mean, her stage doing there. I mean, that's what. Yeah. Right after Halloween, she was all over everywhere. I mean, was it Terror Train? I think it was also, and The Fog. Yeah, The Fog, and also she was in that movie Road Games, which is not really a slasher movie, but you know, I mean,
it's more like a Rear Window type of
thriller, like a Disturbia type movie. And stuff like that with a good score, you know, that
Australian flick, yeah.
Australian flick, yeah. I tried looking for that on BitTorrent. There's no way to find that shit. So I gotta see if the DVD is around, if they still have the format of that. Road Games. You have it on the DVD, right, Matt?
Yeah, it's got a pretty good featurette.
Get out of here, featurette for that? All right.
Yeah, Stacy Keach and I think the director.
Wow.
Same guy, I think, directed Psycho 2.
Psycho 2? I thought Anthony Perkins directed Psycho 2.
No, he did 3 with
Jeff
he did
Faith. 3. Oh, that's right. He did the 3, yeah. Alright, so I guess... Any other thing we gotta say about Prom Night or final words?
No, I think it's worth a look. Yeah. It's not really everybody's cup of tea. I think some people find it a little bit dull, but it's worth a watch. If you like
an 80s slasher, not crazy slasher, but you know, something where it has that red herrings in it or whatever, you know, give it a watch. The tagline says, if you're not back by midnight, you won't be coming home. So tagline like that, you know, you can go for it. Why not?
Now the next one,
I never seen this one though. Have you?
I've heard of this one, Christmas Evil. Christmas Evil is kind of, despite what you think, like Silent Night, Deadly Night, they took more of a slasher movie, like a little bit more fun. This is more like people describe it as more like that Taxi Driver type of feeling, actually.
Oh yeah?
Because you have a guy. I think this is the one where when he's a kid, he finds, I think his father dressed in a Santa Claus suit. Either he's blowing or getting blown by his mom.
Yeah.
And so he fucks him up as a kid, and as an adult, I think he's a toy maker. And he's sort of really into Christmas, kids should behave themselves, and he really gets into, the quality of the toys he's making. And, like, kind of like Taxi Driver, the guy sort of, he sees people who, he sort of, if they're cynical, like, he sort of snaps them and wants them to get into the sort of the Christmas spirit and starts killing people one by one.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like more of I keep thinking a Taxi Driver type of feeling to it.
Like you start seeing the characters slowly start falling apart, pretty much. Like what happened with Robert De Niro and Taxi Driver. That's what you're trying to say. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
And I know that it has a really weird ending that you could take for whatever it's worth.
Oh.
Because he's being chased by some, like, he's been found out, he's being chased. I think he has a van that looks kind of like a sled. He drives off, and he actually flies away.
Wow.
And either you could look at it and go, what the fuck? Does he really have the Christmas magic spirit? Or you could look at it as, okay, maybe he's fucked up in the head, and somehow this is...
And really, in reality, he got caught and they shot him, and that's what he sees himself as.
Like, this is his last moments in his fucked up head that he actually flew away, in his sled, like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's something I'd be interested in giving a watch sometime.
But you heard of the film, I guess, very much. You heard it. Judging by the way you described it, I guess.
I've seen
parts
it.
Oh, you've seen parts of it?
I don't have the film, but I've seen parts of it.
Okay, cool.
And I've heard people talk about it.
Oh, sounds interesting. Now the next movie, this is actually my mom's collection. I remember this was one of the first DVDs I bought her for a while back when I bought my new DVD system, my first one I had. I gave her my old DVD player. So this is one of the movies I remember. It's Mother's Day, folks. Just so you know, they did. Right? It's one of the Troma movies. This is one of the movies I remember my mom had in her VHS collection when I was a kid. Now, I've talked about this before on Skype. It was one of the sections where I would call it the 5-finger across the eye section. Because my mom, right, she had horror movies back in those collections back in the day. And she has them now on a DVD thing. Now, I can watch them now, but I just choose not to. Some of them at least. But, it was one of the movies, because back then, there was no YouTube back in the 80s, of course. We didn't watch Cisco Neighborhood. So we rented movies on a whim. And sometimes, I liked it videos and stuff. So me and my brother would watch it, or my mom or whatever, and stuff like that. And my mom had a thing. If she seen something that was very graphic and disgusting, she'll put her hand right over your eyes. Me and my brother, like that. So I used to get 5 fingers across the eyes. And if you try to get across the grip, because she knew if I was to see that, I would not let her sleep, because I'll be up in the middle of the night or whatever. So I would try to the grip get tighter and tighter. If you try to move, or you get to the point, go to the room like that. My brother, God bless him, he would try to unbreak, the grip or whatever, but he's like, I don't want to see this. He would just go to the room and stuff. And then, the DVD, it's on DVD, it's a Troma movie. It's about, I guess, some lady, I guess she has these 2 sons. I haven't seen it in a long time, though. I don't know. Maybe
is this the one? I think I've seen clips of this. That at the beginning, you have these 2 sort of redneck mama boys, and they kill a girl with their mom there, and their mom's sort of cheering them on.
Yeah, that's Mother's Day. Yeah.
And then you have like these 3 girls. They're sort of like college. I don't know if they're college girls.
I think they know the mother, because the mother, I think, has communicated with them or something. I forgot. I haven't seen it in a long time and stuff. But
these 3 girls like driving the lawn, and they capture the 3 girls.
Yeah, it's a very graphic scene. One of the girls is getting beaten up real bad with fisticuffs right to the girl's face. Very graphic. But then again, Tromaville, it's a Troma movie, so that Tromaville type of violence, like the Toxic Avenger movies.
But then at the end, don't the 2 girls sort of fight back?
Yeah, they fight back. I remember one scene I will never forget, where one of the girls actually takes a hammer to the guy's balls. You don't see it, not like his pants were down or nothing, but the hammer goes right into his crotch. and you just go in there to go, ow, you know, what the fuck, you know. But they kick some ass at least, you know. The mom ends up getting strangled with a bag or something over her face, and I forgot how the tall brother gets killed, and everything like that. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a watch someday or whatever. I don't think it's a movie that would fuck me up or nothing, because I'm not in the woods, you know. So stuff like that. So maybe I'll give it a watch. I mean, it's a Tromaville movie. I mean, Tromaville's movies. I mean, they're violent, but compared to, I don't know, like movies like Don't Go in the House and Maniac, maybe I could watch Mother's Day. I don't know.
I know. I think Charlie Kaufman. I think Lloyd Kaufman's brother directed it.
Oh, really? Oh.
And I've heard. I know Eli Roth loves the fuck out of that movie.
Yeah. He wishes he could fucking do a movie like that. That's what it is. Fuck.
Well, there was one time where I think they wanted him to do a remake of this movie.
Yeah, what did he say?
I don't know. That's what I said. I'm just saying I don't know for sure. But
there's rumors that Eli Roth. Now you guys could leave a comment down there, or if it's true or not. That Eli Roth is in signing to do a movie called The Seed. I think, or Stephen. I know it was a Stephen King adaptation. My mistake.
The Cell.
The Cell. Yeah, something like that.
The Cell phone.
Yeah. There's another movie called The Seed, which is gonna be the official remake of The Hidden. Which I heard.
Yeah, that was happening at one point. I don't know about now, but
yeah, maybe that's good that it didn't happen. I mean, The Hidden is still a good movie. The sequel could go fuck itself, you know. Even though I like Kate Hodge, but I mean, it's not enough to make me get the movie. Fuck that, you know. And stuff. The original movie I still want to get, you know, stuff of the Hidden. But Mother's Day, I mean, I don't know. I gotta give it another watch. I mean, maybe I could check it out nowadays. You know, it's not bad and stuff. You know, it's Tromaville, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? So.
Now the next one, I've heard of this one.
Me too.
Dressed to Kill.
With Brian De Palma directing this, actually. Same guy who directed Carrie, and of course, the one and only Tony Montana movie, you know, Al Pacino and Scarface, yeah. You know, and Carlito's Way. I mean, De Palma, you know, he's one of those cinematic masters. I mean, where he does camera work and stuff, you know, with the movies. Everything like that, and actually he directed this movie, Dressed to Kill, which I believe it stars Michael Caine and Angie Dickinson and the very young Keith Gordon, you know, Arnie from Christine, you know, a.k.a. Mike, you know, because he looks just like Mike. He's in this movie.
I remember you. I know you have Nancy Allen also.
Nancy Allen, that's right. She's in this movie. That's actually her second collaboration with Brian De Palma, because she was in Carrie, I remember.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I seen the beginning of this film. At first, I didn't know what it was. Because I know I see a naked woman in the beginning of the movie, you know, it's Angie Dickinson and stuff. And everything like that. I'm giving it a late night on cable, so I thought maybe it was a Skinamax movie or something. And then when she gets killed off, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to bed. I am not going to see the rest of this because it's late. It was 2:30 in the morning to get this shit. So, you know, it was a school night. I mean, it wasn't a school night. It was a summer night. And, you know, I had to do something the next morning. So I guess I gotta go to bed. But have you seen Dressed to Kill? I heard it got a lot of good notes to it from what I hear. You know.
I haven't had a chance to watch this, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they say Brian De Palma really feels more the Hitchcock influence more in this movie, I guess.
I'm trying to think of what it was about.
Something about a psychiatrist that Michael Caine, I think, is a psychiatrist of Angie Dickinson's character, I think, and Keith Gordon plays her son, or whatever, and somehow Nancy Allen, I guess, is a call girl who gets thrown in the middle of something. I don't remember the beginning part. I would like to give it another shot to watch it, to see the rest of it. I heard it's a pretty solid film, you know, and stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Has anyone else heard of Dressed to Kill? You know, feel free to let us know. You know, we're a little empty on that one.
So the next one we have is Terror Train.
Once again, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. I remember seeing this a long time ago. I know you have a slasher on a train. Everybody has in costumes. I know David Copperfield gets killed.
That's right. He's in this movie, I think, right?
He's in the film, and he does get killed.
Wow. Was it a magic trick or something? Maybe he just faked he was dead.
Statue of Liberty vanished up his ass. So.
Exactly, yeah.
But this is a film I would like to see again sometime, because I think it takes place around New Year's Eve, I think.
Yeah.
And there was a prank at the beginning of the film. There was a prank, and I think it really fucks up the guy so much he ends in an asylum.
Oh, yeah?
And I think it's about graduation time. They decide to have this sort of costume party on a train, but there's a killer that went on board. It's been a long time. This actually is one I would like to see again.
Me too. I mean, I've heard of the film. I remember when they gave it. I remember on a Saturday afternoon. This is on regular TV, man. On 7. It looked graphic. I remember from when I mean, this is when I was a kid, so I don't know. It's one of those movies. You can't see this, but it's on TV. Go to the room. So okay.
But yeah, I know the guy who directed this went on to do a lot of stuff.
Really? Who's the director?
Roger Spottiswoode.
That name does sound familiar.
He did Shoot to Kill.
That's
with
right.
Tom Berenger.
That's right. Yeah.
Here's some other films. He did Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, I know that.
Air America.
Air America. That's right.
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
I mean, everything away from the horror genre, pretty much, I guess. Which is
James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies.
He did that one? Really? I thought it was Michael App did. I didn't know he. Yeah, wow.
He did the Arnold film The Sixth Day.
Oh, well, that's just not one of my Arnold movies I enjoy. I don't know why. I try to give it chances. I don't know. I mean,
it's weird. The singer did this. Went on to do Tomorrow Never Dies.
I guess the horror genre didn't do that well for him. I guess, and he wanted to go with the mainstream genre.
They were big bucks.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. Especially with Bond. You get that Bond money. So.
Yeah, but Terror Train. I mean, that's one. I mean, it'd be nice to visit again. The Jamie Lee Curtis back in the heyday.
Yeah.
And
I would like to give it a watch. I really would like to give that a watch, Terror Train.
Now, this next film, I think most people know because it doesn't star, but it's someone really famous.
Really? Who's in this one?
He Knows You're Alone.
Yeah.
There's a small role with Tom Hanks.
Get out of here, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, this was like one of Tom Hanks' I think it was one of his first appearances in a movie.
Was it a small role or like kind of a walk by?
Yeah, it was a smaller role.
Oh.
But this was his first movie that he was in.
Really? Wow. Do you know what the movie's about? I never heard of this film. The only thing
I know you have a girl who's going to be a bride, and you have a serial killer. I think he only kills brides.
Wow.
And the people around him.
Wow.
And I think, I haven't seen the film, but what I heard about, I think you have a cop who his own bride was killed years ago, and tries to hunt him down to save this girl.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think the reason I didn't see it is I heard everybody call it as dull as fuck.
Yeah,
so I don't know if it's really.
It got 1 star, I'm guessing, right? 4.5 on IMDb. Then again, those guys sometimes they don't rate the film the right way anyway, and stuff like that. Sometimes, I mean, I don't think they gave I Come in Peace a good rating. We love that fucking movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, this one, I would be interested just to see Tom Hanks in a small role. It might be like a 5-minute role or something, but. Yeah, I guess it's about a guy who kills, people in weddings or just brides or something like that.
Wow.
I don't know if it's one of those that's more of a thriller than a slasher film or why so many people don't like it, but I think someone said that there's not a lot of gore in it at all.
It's more built on the suspense maybe or character. Kind of like When a Stranger Calls, it's not... not so much on gore, more on aftermath, maybe. Sometimes, it sells it that way too. Sometimes,
I'd be willing to give it a watch if I could find it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's about. Anyway, see more about it. That and Terror Train. and stuff. So. Now the next, I think we're on to the next movie now, right? Now this next film, I actually enjoy the fuck out of this movie because it's just fun. It's a fun slasher film.
I know.
Motel Hell, and I mean it goes with a little bit of the cliche because it came out in 1980, folks, and the movie is about, I'm sure all of you have heard of Motel Hell. It is on DVD with a double feature of some fucked up movie called Deranged. But it's about, I guess, this brother and sister, I guess somewhere in the highway or whatever, like in this gas station or truck stop or something like that, where they have a motel, right? And it's a guy, his name is Vincent. I forgot the sister's name. I know the woman that plays the sister, she's in Porky's, in the Porky's films. She's the fat lady.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ball Breaker.
And the lead
yeah.
guy is Rory Calhoun.
Yeah, Rory Calhoun.
Plays Farmer Vincent.
Farmer Vincent. Yeah.
It takes all kinds of critters to make
Farmer
Vincent's fritters.
Fritters, yeah. It's kind of like this beef jerky that everybody who stops by the motel eats and they enjoy. But he never says what the secret of the beef jerky is.
But you find out the secret is he has his garden where the victims are not dead.
Yeah, he just
buries them up to their neck and keeps feeding them to fatten them up. Right?
Yeah, fatten them up. Then what he does is he actually does an incision in the throat to cut out, I guess, the voice. I don't know what you call it, the voice box in the throat. You can't scream. Voice box. And I remember there was one of the guys they grabbed. It was bikers. I think one of them was actually John Ratzenberger from Cheers.
Yeah, from Cheers.
Yeah. Cliff Clavin's in the fucking slasher movie, folks. Yeah. He's there, but he ain't doing much. He's just he's there. And then they put this weird lights in their face and they hypnotize them. They put a noose around their necks. You wonder why they're doing that. And what it is, they're hypnotized and they tied the noose to the back of the truck. And then when they pull the truck out, they're snapping their necks all at once, click, while they're being hypnotized. Which, that part don't make no sense. I mean, if you're gonna snap the neck and they can't scream, go for it. I mean, why hypnotize them? But I guess they did it for fuck with them and everything. But it's a fun movie. It's not done in mean spirit. I mean, it knows what it is and it goes with it. Because then you have this girl that comes to play into play in which Farmer Vincent, I guess, has a soft spot for her. And stuff like that. He gets a little sweet on her. She doesn't know what he's doing though, killing the people and I guess skinning them and making parts of the body, I guess, to the beef jerky and everything like that. And then what happened? And then what happened? I'm sorry. What was that, Matt?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I always remember the ending.
Oh, the ending, of course, yeah.
Where for some reason he has a pig on his head.
He has a severed pig head on his head, and there's a chainsaw fight. With the sheriff, this kind of goofy looking sheriff and stuff who's trying to get into the lead girl's pants and and stuff like that. It's a fun movie. I mean, Motel Hell for slasher. I mean, it doesn't take itself seriously, but it's go for the ride. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, matter of fact, maybe I will review this movie. I know it's in my mom's collection. I believe it's there. And stuff like that. I have a lot of fun with Motel Hell. Even when they gave it on TV, I was allowed to watch it, so it's fun.
And this is another movie that they were thinking of remaking as well.
Motel Hell? I don't know. I don't know if that would work today, though. I mean, unless the only way I can see Motel working in a remake, bite my tongue, if the only man I think who could pull it off, who knows how to write horror and comedy a little bit, James Gunn. The same guy who did Slither, and he was the writer of the Dawn of the Dead remake. If James Gunn was to get his hands on Motel Hell, I wouldn't be worried. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's such a weird idea. That's why I think a lot of people I enjoyed the film too. I do remember seeing this. And just thinking the whole time, this is strange.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is it's not taking itself super seriously. It's like the director of this movie. I don't know who the director is, but they're having fun with it, and stuff like that. It's just going for the ride. I mean,
well, I remember at one point I think Tobe Hooper was going to direct this movie.
Yeah,
but then this guy name is Kevin Connor directed this.
Really? Wow.
Kevin Connor and I have no idea what this guy's done.
Oh yeah, he just disappeared after that.
He's done a lot, but I've never heard of this stuff.
Wow.
Like, but anyway, he's done a lot of stuff I've never even heard of. But yeah, Motel Hell is a fun movie.
It is. It's a
Like, I
crazy
don't know if it'll
idea,
be
you know, the
strange.
whole thing where you go into a hotel in the middle of motel in the middle of nowhere, and you see two people running a motel, a brother and sister, and you're eating beef jerky. Now you always think of Motel Hell for some reason, and like I don't know, this might be something in this fritters. Fuck that, you know, like shit. But it's a fun movie.
Worth a watch,
it's a fun film. I recommend it. I mean, that's a super thumbs up for Motel Hell. I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's a fun flick. You can't go wrong, you know, with an ending with a guy with a pig head and a chainsaw, and you know, and then you have the heavy-set lady. I wish I knew the actress' name. I know, she looks like she's having fun with the role. So is Rory, what's his name, Calhoun. You know, he's having fun with it. I think Rory Calhoun's also in the Ghoulies too, right?
No, I think that's someone else. That's a guy named Royal Dano.
Royal Dano. Okay, my mistake. Well, give Motel Hell a watch. It's a fun flick, man. I wonder if it's uploaded on YouTube. Maybe we should do that one someday, Matt. Motel Hell.
Yeah, I'd be willing to do.
Yeah, that's a fun flick, man. And then the DVD is plain bone, which is sad, you know. Ain't fun flick. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. Who knows? Shit, I haven't seen it in a while. Out there talking about it. Fuck. It's a cold night, snowing out. Fuck, I can have fun with Motel Hell. Why not? Shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't have the DVDs.
You don't? They should. I mean, it's an MGM. I think double feature set.
I think right now it might be out of print.
Is it? Oh, fuck.
I think so.
Maybe on Rapid Share or on Torrent. Maybe someone's got to have that running around. Motel Hell.
Yeah.
Shit. Now I never heard of this next movie. Shitzoid.
It's Schizoid.
Schizoid. I'm sorry. Maybe
I
was trying to be real funny with it, but actually I thought it was pronounced that way. You're fucking blind. Well, obviously I am. Fuck.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
I can say that'd be an awesome movie. Shitzoid. I want to go.
Shitzoid. The shitty movie is called.
It's like Shazam's retarded cousin.
Yeah,
Shitzoid.
No, it's a slasher film version of Freakazoid. It's called Shitzoid.
All I know about this movie is it has a crazy as fuck guy named Klaus Kinski.
Klaus Kinski. The name sounds like a fucking serial killer.
Well,
right?
I know it's a crazy guy. He's been in. He was in Crawl Space. He was in. What's that fucking movie? That one. I know he was a crazy as fuck actor. Like, God damn it, what the hell was it? I know he drove people crazy. Like he was.
But the actor or the character?
No, the actor.
Oh,
like,
really?
He was working with what was that guy? Werner Herzog. God, I can't remember. I just know that the guy seemed like he was crazy in real life.
You mean to tell me crazy like asshole crazy, or crazy like you'll take a shotgun and blow your head off crazy? That guy?
From what I've heard, it could be either one.
Uh-oh. This actor's still running around? Shit.
No, I think he passed away.
Well, there you go.
Exactly. From a heart attack.
Well, I say he drove himself crazy. You see all that heart attack stuff.
I don't know. I just remember. I don't know much about Schizoid either, but all I know is I've heard a lot of stuff about that Klaus Kinski guy. I'm sure other people. You can leave comments about it.
Please
as well.
leave comments on any of these movies. Please leave comments. Curious to hear your feedback. You know.
This next one I saw the trailer for. I was kind of bored by the trailer.
Well, that tells you a lot about the movie.
New Year's Evil.
Wow.
And
is it a sequel to Christmas Evil? Does it have the same last name?
I think it takes place around New Year's Eve, and I think you have a lady who's also like a rocker,
Really?
and they're doing like a celebration with music and stuff. I think she gets a phone call from this guy that when New Year strikes, in each time zone, he's gonna kill, quote, a naughty girl. And he says the reason he's calling her is that she's gonna be the last one to die.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like the studio crew that they're doing the celebration of, you know, with music and partying and stuff, they set up security. But then somewhere else, you know, yeah, this guy starts killing these people after each time zone ends and says it's New Year's Eve. And they don't know if it's some crazy fucking fan or some, you know, guy who's into religion or what. But, yeah, I haven't seen the film at all, to be honest.
Wow. It's amazing. It sounds like a real strange story there, man. I'm just looking out my window for a second because I see the accumulation of the snow is growing. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, you put the shade down. Damn. Fucking look like it's gonna be more than 6 inches. Oh, man. It will snow hard. Snow nice and hard. And then everything will be closed off and be like, snow day! That's right. Fuck that. Oh, man. That movie looks interesting, man.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds interesting.